Hello everyone, Luca Mazzucchelli here. Today we speak about persuasion and with me an amazing guest, Robert Cialdini. Thank you very much, Dr. Cialdini, to stay here with us today.
Well, I'm very pleased to be with you today and with your viewers.
Thank you. First question, Dr. Cialdini, what is the persuasion and why would it be helpful to build a better world?
Well, for me, persuasion is the ability to move someone in our direction, to make them more likely to see things our way and to agree with us by virtue of how we present our ideas to them. Not what we present, but how we present those ideas. We do it by virtue of communication. We change people by virtue of communication. And I think that makes for a better world than the alternatives. What are the alternatives? Power, pressure, coercion, force. That is a brutal world. Everyone wants to change someone else. We all want to move people in our direction. Persuasion is the softest, kindest way to do so.
Perfect, thank you very much. Is the skill of persuasion something that we are born with or that we can learn and train?
Both.
Both of them.
Some people are artists of the process. They were born with a spontaneous, automatic understanding of what to say best at precisely the right time. But the rest of us can learn that skill because there's a science to it. It's not just an art, it's also a science. And because it's a science, it becomes learnable and it becomes teachable.
Perfect. What are the 6 principles that you have identified in the process of persuasion?
For me, there are 6 universal principles of influence. The first is reciprocation. People are more willing to say yes to us if we have first given them something that benefits them, that allows them to do a better job at whatever they want to achieve. They feel a sense of gratitude to us. They feel a sense of obligation to give something back. So then when we ask for something that will enhance our outcomes, they're happy to help us. So reciprocation is one. Another is something that everyone understands, liking. We prefer to say yes to those people we know and like. Well, research can help us to create that sense of rapport by giving people genuine compliments that they deserve. They will like us more. And also by identifying particular similarities between us. We like those who are like us. And so if we do that, if we give people a genuine praise when they deserve it, if we find genuine parallels and commonalities between us, we create a positive connection. And they want to partner with us in our dealings. So those are the first 2. Another 2 would be what we call social proof. People want to follow what those around them who are similar to them are already doing. So if we see that something is the most popular choice among all of our friends, well, we can choose that option and usually be right. It can be the newest restaurant, it can be the newest movie, it can be a piece of software. If we see that a lot of people like us are choosing something, we want to do so as well. So a communicator can increase the chance that someone will say yes by simply pointing to the fact that this thing is very popular or that it is increasing in its popularity. Another principle is what we call authority. One way we can reduce our uncertainty of what we can do in a situation is to see what the experts on that topic are saying. So a communicator, once again, can increase the likelihood that people will move in the direction that the communicator is suggesting by simply pointing to the fact that there is authority opinion, there's expert opinion on this topic, and it is consistent with what that communicator is recommending. Another principle is the principle of scarcity. People want more of those things they can have less of. Scarce items, scarce opportunities become more attractive. So, if we have something that we want people to choose, one way we can do it is to say, there is this unique feature or this uncommon, rare aspect of this offering that no one can get except by choosing this, this product or service or idea. And that will increase the likelihood that people will want it and choose it. And then finally, there is the principle of commitment and consistency. People want to be consistent with what they have already said or done in public. So, one thing we can ask people to do is to make a small step in our direction. And once they've done that, they will want to be consistent with that by doing other things that are logically aligned with what they have already done.
I've heard that you discovered the seventh principle. Is it true?
Recently, I have recognized that there is a seventh principle of influence that I didn't see before because it was beneath all of the other principles. And it's what I'm calling unity. Right? The idea that we share an identity with someone else, right, causes us to want to say yes to the people who we share that identity with to a much greater extent than someone who is outside of that unit. So, one thing a communicator can do to successfully persuade is to point to certain commonalities of identity with the person he or she is dealing with. And if those identities are genuine and can be recognized, then the communicator will be more likely to hear yes to requests and proposals and recommendations.
Last question, Dr. Cialdini. What is the difference between persuasion and manipulation?
Yeah, this is a very important question. It's a question that I've thought about since the beginning of studying this process and talking about it to audiences, because for me, persuasion involves education, information. We inform people into assent by pointing to certain things, genuine scarcity, genuine popularity, for example, genuine authority opinion, that moves people in directions that are beneficial to them. Manipulation involves dishonest presentation of those ideas, where someone will counterfeit this information rather than point to the genuine presence of one or another of these principles.
Dr. Cialdini, thank you very much and see you soon.
Luca?